Why, hello there, my friends. Today, we are going to have ourselves a little talk about why I feel dentures are better than teeth. Which, probably most people would argue that keeping your real teeth is probably better than having dentures. Yes, I'll probably argue the same thing. But, now that I have dentures, and I had, obviously, real teeth, and compared to everybody else who has real teeth, these are some of the situations that I don't have that everybody else has. So we'll start off with number one. You hate that annoyance when you get something stuck in your tooth? You know how much you play with your tongue? You just can't seem to get it out. It's like stuck in that spot, and you probably a toothpick or your toothbrush is obviously probably going to be your best bet at solving the issue and getting it out. Now, depending on where you're at, I wouldn't particularly do this in public, but I don't have to worry about that. If, say, I'm eating dinner with my family, I get something stuck in my teeth, boom, my teeth come out. Guess what? Pick that out, right back in, it's out, it's done. Boom, that was easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, okay? Number two, I can still get a brain freeze, because brain freezes has to do with the top of your mouth getting super cold. But when people eat ice cream, people go, oh, my teeth hurt because the cold hurts my teeth. I can bite ice cream now and not have it bother me a single bit. Actually, the first time I got an ice cream cone since my surgery, I went out there, I was like, hey guys, and I bit on it because I could barely chew to begin with, so it was like something easy and soft I could bite on. And everybody was like, oh dude, oh, that's right, your teeth aren't going to get cold. And I'm like, yeah, boys, see? I don't have to worry about dumb shit like that. One of my biggest things back before teeth were taken out of my mouth is the pain. I dealt with so much pain in my teeth. Now, obviously, my teeth were rotting, falling out of my mouth, so the pain kind of makes sense. But even in a normal scenario, even if they weren't rotting out of your mouth, you just had pain in your teeth because of, I don't know, say, a cavity that's real small or something, I don't have to worry about that. I can eat as much sugar as I want to, and these teeth aren't going to deteriorate. Now, they're obviously still got to take care of them, but, they're not like other real teeth where, acidic foods or candy and sugar and all that bad stuff that I fucking love doesn't affect me anymore. Well, at least my teeth, it still affects my health. I can actually clean, there's another one, but can actually clean my mouth easier now that I had dentures than I can when beforehand, because I had a lot of pits and a lot of big craters in my mouth. So to brush it, I had certain utensils and techniques, to set up, do this for this, and do this to do this out, and, I had all that stuff. So there was a lot of times I couldn't actually take a toothbrush and brush because the pits were so big and the nerves were exposed that, like, the toothbrush would just hit that nerve, and oh my god, the last thing you ever want to do is hit a nerve in your mouth when it's exposed. So, like last night, for instance, when I took my teeth out to go to bed, I just popped them bitches out, fucking sit there with a toothbrush, brush the fronts, backs and sides, everything, brush the part that hasn't actually got teeth on it, just the top denture part, scrub the shit out of it. Once everything's scrubbed off, just rinse it off with water and put it off to the side. I don't have to and keep spitting and shit. Which actually, on top of that, I'm not really a huge fan of mint. Like, I like mint. Mint's not a terrible thing. But I don't like minty toothpaste. It's gross. So that probably actually had another reason why I probably never brushed my teeth. Is because I hated toothpaste. I had to use, little kids' toothpaste for the longest time. Even when I was growing up. Because, not growing up, from a kid. But, I mean, as I was growing up as an adult. And used, kids' toothpaste forever. Because I had, I didn't like the flavor of it. And plus, my enamel is really bad. So it was really good to actually have something that would help with that. There's actually this toothpaste out there in the world. It's called Sensodyne. Probably heard of it before and stuff, but it's meant for people who have no to little enamel on their tooth, which if you don't know what enamel is, then I'm not really sure why you're watching my videos, because Not to say that you can't not know what it is and not watch it, but just because, like, obviously we talk a lot about teeth and decaying and stuff like that. But enamel is just like the protective cover that goes on the outside of your tooth that protects it from, like, food. From a lot of people, which a lot of people think it's like an excuse, but it's actually real. A lot of people in my generation actually are being born without enamel on their teeth, which is actually being led to think that there was probably products that came back out in like the 60s and 70s, 80s, whenever, so be it, that our parents were consuming that possibly led to, the process of their children being born without enamel on their teeth because of something that was in their body. It's not 100% proven, that could be wrong, it could just be some fucking fluke, but they actually have realized that the last, like, decade or so now that, like, all these kids are being born without enamel on their teeth, and that's why they rot out so fast and so bad. So they give you this toothpaste, it's called Sensodyne, and pretty much what it does is it's supposed to help protect your teeth, put this, like, barrier on it, kind of like the enamel that you would have, but it's, it's through the toothpaste. And it's real effective. It has a real high tolerance for, like, the stuff that's in it. Like, you have to the doctor has to prescribe it to you. It's not like a toothpaste you can just go to the store and buy. Not to say that Sensodyne probably doesn't own something out there that you could go to the store and buy, but, like, the stuff I was using was actually, like, stuff that you had to be prescribed. And I used it for a long time, and it didn't really help at all. And then I decided that since it didn't really help, that I would just stop using it. So I stopped using it, and then it was just kind of like a funny story, like, but I, maybe about a year and a half ago, I had this thought that, maybe that Sensodyne toothpaste might actually help. I was getting an infection in my gum really bad, which is actually, like, can kill you and shit, so it was definitely something that I had to go to the hospital for a few times, but, I just had it in my head. I was trying to think of all the ways I could possibly protect my gum in the back and not have it so exposed and, to get infected so easily. And so when I thought about that Sensodyne, and I thought to myself, you know what? If I put that on my toothbrush and tried to brush the parts of my mouth that aren't terrible, it might actually help the back part be protected. No. It actually just burnt me really bad. Like, my mouth was on fire. As soon as that touched my nerve, the stuff inside of it was so, like, potent that when it hit my nerve, I lost it. Like, I almost cried. It hurt so bad. And then it says on the back that if you have, like, certain cavities or big pits and stuff, to probably not use it because it's not supposed to make contact with your gums, like the insides. It's just supposed to help your teeth. That's why you're actually not even allowed to swallow it. Like most toothpaste, they just say don't swallow because it's just probably not the smartest thing to swallow your toothpaste. But this was like toothpaste that you, like, legit could not swallow. Like, you were supposed to throw it up if you swallowed it. So it was some pretty serious shit. So, it burnt the hell out of my mouth. So I was just kind of randomly thinking of that while trying to think of the positives. I know that's not very positive, but I just figured maybe possibly if somebody out there has shitty teeth and they have some Sensodyne laying around, don't fucking touch it. Leave it alone. It does not help. Now, this is going to be my last one, but it's also kind of funny. But, so, like, it hasn't actually happened for a long time. I think I'm just finally used to my dentures, so it doesn't really bother me. But for a while there, I could put my dentures in without gagging. Like, in the morning, and don't get me wrong, I'll still gag every once in a while from something stupid, but it's never because my teeth are being put in or pulled out kind of thing. Like, so, I haven't done it for a while, but, even when I did do it a lot, gagged all the time because of my teeth or my mouth getting dry, I knew that whenever I went riding, that we were obviously going to get drunk, and when I get drunk, my mouth gets dry at some point, I was going to gag, and I was afraid that if I gagged, I'd throw up because I was already drunk. So, when I went down with all my friends, I told them prior, they had kind of already noticed that I'd gag every once in a while, so I just kind of told them, like, hey, guess what, this happens because of this bullshit, blah, 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 and, pretty much told them that, there's a chance that I might gag because of my dentures, but it wasn't actually me being, like, sick. I wasn't about to throw up. I didn't feel ill. It was just simply that I my teeth were fucked up, or that my dentures were fucking up, and that, it was bothering me. So they know that, plus they also know that out of the whole, let's see, I've been obviously drinking before 21, not to say that that's what you're supposed to do, but I definitely did. So say I've been drinking, say, 10 years, okay? And I have maybe only thrown up like 7 times. Like, don't get me wrong, I like to get fucked up. I like to party. But I know my limits, and I know when it's smart to stop and when it's dumb just to keep going, because you're not really getting more drunk. You're just prolonging the drunk you have, and then you're going to lead to being sick. So they were mentioning, after I told them that, they were like, dude, you're the one that never throws up, so we wouldn't sit here and think that. And I was like, yeah, but if you didn't know that and you saw me standing on my quad, sitting on my quad, sitting over there like gagging left and right, you're gonna think that I'm fucking about to puke, And which, don't get me wrong, I gagged quite a few times because my mouth would be open from riding, from laughing or whatever, and my mouth would get dry, and then I'd start gagging and stuff. But like I said, everybody understood that I wasn't gonna actually throw up, and then I told them, if I would just tell them so they would know, so they didn't think I was just lying or whatever. Well, then about a weekend ago, I think 2 weekends ago, I went down riding with all my friends again, and again, I reminded them, because it hadn't been since the first time that we had been down there, so I warned them again. I was like, hey, just remember, I might gag every once in a while. But then I explained how recently I haven't really been gagging a lot from it, so they were like, yeah, it's cool, we understand. And there was this moment where we're sitting on the trail, and I was sitting there gagging for like, 5 minutes, and it was like the longest I had actually gagged for in one time. Normally it's like 2 gags within 10 seconds and it's done. This was like constant. Like, I could stop for like 5, 10, 15 seconds and then gag again, and then it'd stop, and then it'd do it again. And we're sitting there, and my buddy's like, dude, if your teeth bother you that bad, why don't you just take them out? And I was like, because that's not the point. I'm supposed to leave my teeth in. That's the point, And he was like, yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. So they went off riding, and I was sitting there, and the funny thing about it is I was totally gagging because I was way too drunk. It was nothing to do with my teeth, but guess what? That's another positive. If you got the same situation and you like to drink with your friends, you could always just tell them, like, hey, look, my dentures make me gag a lot. And so if you ever actually push yourself to get too drunk where you're, like, gagging, but you're not actually going to throw up just because, like, you gagging because they're like, oh, I drank a little beer, oh, I drank a lot of beer, stuff like that. Like, and then it's just, oh, Matt's just gagging because his teeth. And then it's just like, no, I'm just drunk. So that's why I left that one for the last, because it's like the least actually important of all of them that I'm saying. But I could probably go on longer, but this video is already now 13 minutes long, so I'm going to leave it here. If you guys enjoyed the list, you should give me a thumbs up, and maybe tomorrow we'll do the list of possibly the bad reasons, but most of the bad reasons are pretty common sense, and that on top of that, there really aren't that many bad reasons in the sense that would bother me enough to be like, oh, I have to complain about this, but yeah. Alright guys, so I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you had a good day. I hope you have a good day. I hope you're going somewhere fun for holiday coming up, because it's gonna be Christmas for us, but that's not to say that every single person celebrates Christmas. But I know you all motherfuckers get a holiday, so don't you fucking lie to me. And I hope you do something fun. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.